Alright, what's up YouTube? Homie G-Dog Biscuit here, and this is a Domination gameplay, 6v6, not Ground War, on the map Outpost, and I'm using the Type 95 with no attachments. The gun's actually level 1, I didn't use it at all until this time, at least this prestige. But, I go on a nice little tear with it and stuff, but what I want to talk about is, like I said before in my last commentary, that I'm probably going to get an Xbox, and it turns out that I actually am going to get it for sure now. And I'm done with this game. I'm done with this game. I don't want to play it anymore. I don't like it. I don't like Modern Warfare 3. I'm going to be one of the first ones to say it. I don't like it. I've been a Call of Duty player since COD 4, and I just don't like it. I don't like it anymore. I tried this commentary a couple times, and I kind of ran out of time because what I wanted to talk about during this commentary, the reason why I don't like the game is how my past Call of Duty experiences and why I expect so much from the series. So let me just jump right into that, because before I was just like blabbering and stuff. But the first time I ever played Call of Duty was Call of Duty 4 on the Xbox 360. Back when the game was like a few months old, and the hype was like just building up. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, Call of Duty 4! It's an amazing game." Sorry if my mic sounded weird right there. And my friend came over with his Xbox 360. At the time, all I had was the original Xbox and a PS2. All I would ever play is like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and like Skate and stuff. So he came over with his Xbox 360 and would spend the night sometimes. Come over before school and leave it there. And then, we'd as soon as school ends, we would play all day, and then his mom would pick him up at night. Excuse me. And then he would just rate me all the time. I wasn't good at first-person shooters back then. The only thing I would ever play was Halo, and he had Halo 3, so I always wanted to play that, but he would rate me at that too. And I realize now why he didn't want to play Halo, because Halo kind of sucks. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not. After you play Call of Duty, it's just not the same. But anyways, so he would rate me on it, like super screen look and just like hard scope me from across the map and stuff. And I took it as a personal challenge. I was like, well, he rate me all these times, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get better at this game, and I'm gonna beat him. So as soon as I got me a next gen console, actually the first thing I got was an Xbox 360, but I didn't want an Xbox 360. I originally wanted the PlayStation. I told my dad I want a PlayStation, but he said he wanted the Xbox. I was like, all right, well, we can get that for now, I guess, but later on I want a PS3. So we got the Xbox, and we didn't have, the only thing I actually got for that I wanted for myself was Skate 1. So, it wasn't really, I didn't play the Xbox too much. But then when I got my PS3, I actually went out and rented World at War, because I couldn't really afford games, so I would just rent them the majority of the time. And I rented World at War. It was like a few months, I think it was like the month actually that game had released. And I was like, yeah, cool, the new Call of Duty, I could get better on this one and then go back and kill my friend. And I didn't have online yet. I wasn't playing on PlayStation Network, I don't think, at the time. Because this was like right before, or well, I guess you could guesstimate the time, since it was right when World at War came out. So I was just playing through the campaign mode on like the hardest difficulty, because I figured that's the best way to train myself. Which campaign mode, if you're good at campaign, it doesn't actually mean that you're good online, because my friend's way better than me at campaign, yet I can murder him online, so that doesn't really have anything to do with anything. So yeah, I was trying to play that game, and that game on the hardest difficulty, if you guys have never played World at War on Veteran, it is ridiculous. You're getting spammed with grenades and stuff. It's really hard, and I wasn't good at first-person shooters back then, so I would have the hardest time. I remember that level with all the grass, so you have to burn the guys or something like that. That will piss me the hell off. I took out the disc and threw it. So then, I didn't really like that game, and I was like, whatever. And then a few months later, my cousin's friend let me borrow Call of Duty 4 for like 6 or 7 months, maybe even more than that. I had it until after Modern Warfare 2 had actually released, and I would play that game a lot, but not as much as I would play Call of Duty now. I didn't prestige in that game. I didn't prestige until after Modern Warfare 2 came out. I prestiged like twice, and then all of a sudden somebody hacked me, gave me 10th. There's always hackers everywhere. So, the only time I would ever play that game is the only people that I would play with are the people that I met through, like, Skate 2 and stuff. I'd be like, oh, do you guys have Call of Duty 4? They're like, yeah, we do. Let's go play it. Because, back then, all I would do was play Skate and try to be good at making skate videos and stuff. If you guys have been on my channel that long, that's what my channel has originated from, skate videos. But the game is pretty much dead now, which sucks. But anyways, so that's the only time I would really ever play Call of Duty 4, and I didn't like World at War. But then when Modern Warfare 2 was coming out, I was like, well, you know what? This is the next of Call of Duty 4. It's not World at War. It's Call of Duty 4 2. So that's what I wanted to get it, and we pre-ordered it at Game Crazy, which was that linked up game store in Hollywood Video. I don't know if you guys knew about them, but they actually ended up closing down and filing bankruptcy like not too long ago. But they were shutting down stores before they completely filed bankruptcy, and they shut down the store that I had pre-ordered mine in like a month before, or not even a month, like a week before Modern Warfare 2 released. So I had like $10 on the games. I reserved one for each system, one for my dad and one for me. And we were really pissed off about that the store closed down. But luckily GameStop had a whole bunch of, they had a whole shelf full. So we went down to GameStop and got me a game. So I went to GameStop and got it. And then when I went home and I played the game, the first game that I played, that game felt so amazing. Like the feeling of like when you shot, there was no vibrations on Call of Duty 4, at least on PS3. I'm not sure about Xbox. But there's no vibrations on Call of Duty 4, and it just felt amazing, to feel the vibration of the controller when you shoot, and like it felt so perfect. I had never, like I said before, I never played any other first-person shooter. So it felt amazing, and I was just like, oh my god, this game is awesome. I love this game. And I played the game a lot, like before the noob tubes became became the only thing to use in that game for everybody. When Machinima started getting really big with the Modern Warfare 2 videos, I started getting into all that stuff, and I started watching a whole bunch of Modern Warfare 2 videos. Everybody got all big back then, and I was just like, damn, I want to do that, because I was pretty good back then. I was pretty good, when I was a tryhard and stuff back on Modern Warfare 2. I just lagged really bad now that I think about it. My dad had like 3 megabyte per second internet, so I lagged a lot on that game. But then actually they upgraded to FiOS later on, like when Black Ops was out, and it was amazing. It was like 40 megabytes per second. But anyways, so I was pretty good. I would get good scores even though I was lagging. So I was pretty good at that game. And then Black Ops comes out, and the first game that I play in that game too, it feels great, and I'm like, okay. I had like I was like an iffy thought about it, I was just like, it's a good game, but it's just that the graphics aren't as good as Modern Warfare 2, and it just doesn't feel good, it felt so slow paced, and I kind of wanted it to feel like more like World at War, and it just felt like Black Ops, because that's what it was. It wasn't World at War 2, it was Black Ops, because I liked the World at War maps, and I liked all the guns and stuff. And I like the game mode War. I don't know if you guys ever played that, but that was like my favorite game mode ever. Because the only time I really would play World at War was on the Xbox. My dad ended up getting that, and he would play zombies all the time mainly, but I would go on his account and play multiplayer sometimes. So my first game on Black Ops, I got a pretty good score. I went like 45-12, and I had the game saved because I knew I was going to get a PVR, because I was like, well, you know what, everybody got big at the start of Modern Warfare 2, maybe I can get big at the start of Black Ops. So I got my PVR for Christmas. I knew I was going to get it for Christmas, so I tried to save all kinds of good games on my file share and stuff. And then with my PVR, I didn't really do much. I didn't do very many commentaries. I mainly I would just basically was recording like montage clips, and I wasn't really doing commentaries that much on that game because I sucked at commentaries. I'm okay now. I'm not that bad. I actually talk too long instead of not enough. But yeah. So doesn't really make sense. I don't know. I'm bad at these, like I said. But the game's about wrap up, and the way that I feel about this game just wasn't the same. When I put this game in, the first game I played, I was just like, it doesn't feel like Call of Duty. It really didn't feel like it to me. I don't like the maps. And then just the amount of lag. I downloaded the patch, and I'm thinking that maybe they fixed lag. And the first 2 games I played, it was just horrid. I was flying through walls, and it was everybody. It wasn't just me, so it wasn't my connection. But, so yeah, guys, don't expect too much Call of Duty stuff, in the next week, I'll probably upload like 3 more commentaries or so. But until then, after that, it'll probably be mainly like gears and stuff. Anyways, peace out. Sorry about this longish. I'm not complaining. If that's what you're thinking.